What's going on, guys? I'm going to be showing you how to tuck your fuse box in your engine bay, but I'm also going to be showing you how to remove the dash and your heater core and all that stuff, all wrapped up in this one video. All right, now that the seats are out, I can actually access the bolts for the center console, which I'm going to be building a custom center console at some point anyways for this. So this is trash. Get the center console out and then we'll start working on the dash. Dang, man. I mean, there's change all over in this biatch. There's change everywhere. It's like an Obama inauguration. Nice. That's a good one. All right, this is a little bit extra, but if you guys are going to be doing an EG cradle and all that, power steering rack, take the steering column cover off and take the bolts off, but make sure you keep that. Make sure you keep that 10 mil instead of using the EG one. They are the same exact size. Doesn't matter which way you put them. If you look on the right side of the steering, that nut right there, or that bolt right there has got to come off to take this shield, so then you can drop the steering column. Steering column wasn't too bad. Relatively easy to do, not overly complicated. Pretty easy to work in. I would suggest putting all the bolts back into place and the nuts, just so you know, it's easier when you go to reassemble you know, fumbling around trying to find stuff. Or if you're like me, you just have scatterbrain and you put it somewhere you won't forget, and then you forget it. Now all this, you're gonna want to trace back to the fuse box and disconnect everything that you think needs to be disconnected. Like this. That for sure. Okay, pretty much everything on the top. Alright, these are the ones that you're going to want to disconnect if you have an EK EX. But these three, I believe. Yeah, these three connect in here. This one, it goes right back there. So that should be all you need to disconnect from your fuse box to be able to pull the dash off. That's going to be another dash bolt right here. There's your fuse box right there. Right here. Another bolt. And one more behind the fuse box. I may have missed a couple wires, but looks like we got a friend in here. Yeah, that's not good. You should probably get that out of there, huh? Actually, I didn't miss anything on this side. Let's check the other side. Haha, that's it. Got it all. So this might be easier for you guys to understand. Like, if it's out of the vehicle, it's a lot easier to visually understand it, I think. But passenger side, you got this bolt. Then you got that bolt and that bolt underneath your center console. You got this screw, or this bolt. And then on the driver's side, it's a little bit trickier. You have this bolt, which is behind the steering column. This one that's behind your fuse box. This one's kind of like, this is where the fuse box would normally be, so it's right in the way. And then you got the one that goes in through the door, in between the fender and the door. That's it. And that is what you're left with. Now I can get all this useless stuff out of here and ruin my little friend's home. Hopefully there's not something living in there. Nasty little buggers. Well, I'm glad that I got that out, to be honest with you, because now I'm not breathing that crap in. It's actually pretty bad. Like, well, first off, got acorns. Hey, look at that. Whole family was in there. Sorry I took your home, bud. But I'm still at a toss-up on what I want to do with my battery. Accessibility-wise, I was thinking the trunk. But all that emptiness behind the dash makes me curious if I want to, makes me want to put it right there. I mean, why wouldn't I? Except for, like I said, accessibility is a huge thing too. And it's really no any extra work to do it in the trunk. So I'll probably stick to do it in the trunk. But this is gonna leave so much room. Like, tucking this is gonna be easy now. All right, now that that's squared away, that's just a temporary home for it. I'm gonna end up building brackets for it and all sorts of stuff. But as for these, I'm not exactly sure what I wanna do. I might cut under here and wrap these around so that they go underneath of the frame rail and hide as much as possible. But I'm gonna have to depin all that wiring, do some extensions and all that for that to happen. But for now, it's going in there. Now I can start cutting all this stuff off. I know that I said I wasn't gonna shave all this stuff, but it's never been an idea to have this to be actual practical. So, I mean, I have my truck I can drive whenever I want. So if it's cold, just won't drive it. And I'm actually glad that I did, because you see all that crap that was in there from the mouse? Ugh, man, that's not good to breathe in. So, kind of a blessing in disguise that I went ahead and did it. And it just leaves a whole lot of room for tucking that, which is awesome. That was cake. I know I said that I'd be painting this in a week, but it's a whole different ball game when I'm sitting here doing all this. It's a lot more work for a lot better outcome. I am so indecisive on things, so if I say I'm gonna do something, I might not. I might do something totally different. Can't help it. That's how I'm built. I'm assuming that all the brake lines are probably shot underneath the car. So all new brake lines are gonna be made. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're new here and you like the content, please consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Peace.